Hello, Jimvitational fans. It's Gold Mason, back for another revival commentary. This time I'm commentating Empo versus Star, round 3, lower bracket. As you can see on the screen, there is a diagram showing the current bracket. Empo beat Fear last round, if you remember. Starmaster beating Crystal, knocking both of those players, really good players, out of the tournament. But they were matched up this round, and yeah, fantastic players. We've talked about them before on the channel. I think it's time to just jump right into this game one. Metagross versus Tyranitar always has a little bit of a jump. It's a Houdini explosion. No Magneton or Dugtrio follow-up, so Fortress is going to live and be able to switch out, which it will do. Goes to Suicune. Or, sorry, Celebi on the Suicune. Leech Seed and Ice Beam. Yep, that's the only reason to stay in on Celebi, really, is clicking that Ice Beam. Does a lot of damage, so Empo probably switches, and Starmaster does stay in on the Snorlax. Wonder what's going to come in on Snorlax. Possibly Tyranitar, or, oh, just goes for Leech Seed. Curse is nice. Now, Celebi is going to gain a lot of health back, which is very annoying since this Celebi seems to be doing pretty well into Empo's team. Empo expected maybe a guard to come in. Not an unreasonable assumption with the Fori. Wow. Starmaster protects, and Empo went for a very cheeky self-destruct there. I think expecting Star to not expect him to just go for the boom. But that Protect was pretty free to get some extra damage, and obviously also caught the boom. Now, Empo is Calm Minding up with Suicune, so it definitely needs to have a set that beats Blissey. Toxic is definitely a set that kind of beats Blissey. Unfortunately, Empo cannot take another Seismic Toss here. The Suicune will go down. Down it goes. I don't know about that one. Blissey's going to be able to shrug off the Toxic pretty easily. Jirachi Calm Minds. Maybe like a Grass set? Or... wow. Calm Mind again into Roar on Tyranitar. So Empo does not even get any value out of that Jirachi. Tyranitar is DD'd up, and it's going to take down the Pert. And that is what double-edged Tyranitar is for, to break down those rock resists. So Pert is pretty low here. Jirachi might be Hidden Power. If it is Hidden Power, it is kind of walled by this Celebi. But it is not, it's Fire Punch, so down Celebi goes. Notably, since Celebi's died to Sand, there will be no Leech Seed gain. As you saw, Leech Seed did not go off. The Pert coming in. Gyarados kind of walls Swampert a lot of the time. But yeah, Toxic. It was already a revealed Surf Protect Swampert. So, unless this Gyarados has a Rest or a Refresh, something along those lines, I think it will be going down here. Starmaster calls that Gyarados is not going to go for an Earthquake. Don't forget that there's also the Fori sack, and there it comes. So Fori can go out, and Pert can come back in, or Tyranitar even. Tyranitar survives the Earthquake. That is crazy. Pursuits, but, I mean, it really just gets Gyara further into range. This is a Last Jirachi, though. Flamethrower. Oh, man. Maybe Jirachi had a chance, possibly, especially with Celebi and Fori gone. It does have Hidden Power Grass, so it would kill Pert, but yeah, not with a burn, and oh wow, arrow in the back? Yeah, not with an arrow either. Down Jirachi goes, that's game one. Quick and easy, but yeah. Empo, tournament life on the line going into this game two. Starmaster comfortably ahead, 1-0. We're on game two. Alright, Empo does not get the lead matchup this time. Goes to Skarmory as Starmaster goes to Fori. That is really nice. Tyranitar is back in on the Rapid Spin, probably threatening some Fire Blast here. Oh, goes for the grass, expecting Swampert to come in. Ice Beam for Mence coming in on Brick Break. Fire Blast on Jirachi. Wow. Starmaster is getting all of these reads correct. The Brick Break is not going to do enough. Blissey's going to heal back up. Empo trying to go for a little critical hit action. But Starmaster is back to full. Brick Break again. Oh, baby. That is a counter Blissey. Goodbye, Mixtar. Kind of a big threat gone from Empo's team. So that counter was really well timed. A nice spike down, but yeah, Starmaster gets rid of it immediately. All right. Starmaster expected maybe a Brick Break. So definitely kept Blissey hidden and safe. So now Brick Break will not be killing. Again, fishing for a critical hit there. Critical hit will still do it on this turn. But doesn't even go for it. Goes back to Skarmory. And yeah, I mean, Empo is not showing a lot of things that can break through that Blissey. Every time Skarmory tries to get a spike up, Fori comes in and just spins it away immediately, which is really well played from Star. Oh, Brick on an unfortunate critical hit on Aerodactyl. Not what you want to see. Oh, wow! Okay, Starmaster predicting the Salamence swap out, goes to Metagross, and takes a huge Earthquake, and predicts the Salamence coming back in, sends in Jirachi. Okay. Oh, wow. Salamence takes a huge Toxic. Refreshments possibly would be alright here. Oh, it is Refreshments! That's funny. Yeah, not looking great for Empo. Double Protect from Starmaster is interesting. Alright, another crit. That is the second critical hit Fire Blast on Blissey, and it really doesn't do that much. Alright, Skarmory is in. I think we're once again going to see Fori come in. Oh no. Paralyzed the Skarmory. Interesting. Oh, Drill Peck. I think that was expecting Fori to come in, which makes sense. Another Seismic Toss on Celebi. Celebi is probably not what Starmaster wanted to see here. I think that Celebi is really able to outstall these Blisseys and sometimes Jirachis, and isn't immediately like very threatening, but it is quite scary. Notably, Salamence is doing fine switching in on Blissey. It revealed Seismic Toss and Counter, so it typically is not running Ice Beam. It is Counter, Soft Boiled, Thunder Wave, and Seismic Toss, no Ice Beam. So with Refresh, Salamence is actually doing quite well into this Blissey. Has to watch out for the counter, which, yep, played around it. Starmie will get rid of the spike that Fori put down earlier. I wonder if Empo just tries to surf into this. Yes, surfs into the Fori. So Fori is going to take some chip, which is really, really good for Empo's team. He really wants to be chipping away at that Fori. Getting it low, exactly like this. Forcing it out, and then, yeah, next time Skarmory comes in, Skarmory will be able to put down a spike, and Fori really won't have a lot of ways to... It can't really switch into the Skarmory safely, and it can't stay in on the Skarmory safely because it has Drill Peck, so... I don't know about letting the Fori take those two surfs. That was Maybe a small misplay from Starmaster, but still in a pretty commanding position, I think. Skarmory's in, and I think we're going to see that exact sequence I mentioned moments ago. Yep, 27%, but Skarmory again is threatening with Drill Peck here. Yep, Fori is at 15%. I was going to say, I think we see Skarm... Oh, went for another Drill Peck. I kind of expected Skarmory to click Spikes there, because Starmaster is almost certainly going to be switching. Alright. If Skarmory survives this upcoming Fire Blast, which it doesn't even stay in for, and Starmaster very expertly plays around. Oh, wow. Salamence stayed in. Interesting. Maybe expecting the Starmie not to have Ice Beam? That was the first time it revealed it, and it showed Surf Rapid Spin, so I guess expected it to be a Thunder Wave. Taking that for killing Starmie would have been somewhat worth it. Well, Arrow slides down the Starmie. Toxic missed from Skarmory, which is really unfortunate. Oh, wow. Agility looks like it might be able to do it. Depends on if this Earthquake kills after the leftovers. 1%. 1%. 1% the Jirachi lives. Possibly even 1 HP. And it is going back up to probably full at this point. Minus a critical hit. Which Empo has not been getting any critical hits that aren't Fire Blasts on Blissey, so not really hoping out for that one. Yeah, Jirachi's already back at 80%. Notably, soon it will be able to click Fire Punch, and Metagross is not surviving that. Back up it goes. Firachi is truly an incredible Pokemon. I mean, 90% of the time it's just like, okay, auto lose. I have brought the worst team ever into Firachi. I did that the other day. Terrible time. Don't recommend. Yeah. Even tanking these Fire Blasts from a Mixmen's, 64% is quite a lot, except you're really only doing 2% after the Wish and the 2 turns of leftovers with the Protect. You're running out of PP for Fire Blast too. That one did a bit more, but not much. Blissey comes in. Fully expected the Fire Blast crit there, by the way. Mence is going to click Brick Break. Critical hit, notably, would have killed there. Alright. Was kind of expecting the counter there, but Starmaster's playing a little safe. Mence is fully paralyzed. Probably going to be clicking Refresh on that kind of turn. Seismic Toss. There's the Refresh. So this is the turn where you have a bit of a mix-up. Do you click Brick Break or do you... Okay. Empo went for Brick Break. Refresh down. Alright. So Fori can't really spin away this spike. Yeah, Blissey clicks counter on a Dragon Claw. So pretty well played from Empo. But I think we're going to see another counter here. Yep. Goodbye, Salamence. Metagross might be able to bring it in. Again, the Jirachi is huge. Very threatening. But maybe some Meteor Mash rises or some other such luck might be able to bring it back. Don't know about Starmie here. Yep, Starmie takes a Toxic. Starmie's not really doing anything with those Surfs. They're pretty easily wished off. I think maybe Empo's hoping for a critical hit again to get the Rachi low enough But yeah, I don't know about this one. It is not looking great for Empo. Leech Seed miss, but Toxic miss, so realistically the only thing that happened that turn was Rachi got some leftovers. This is interesting. Florey comes in, goes down. I think it was to get... No, it was to get to Blissey in early. Or, get the Blissey in safely, I should say. Gives Celebi a huge lease on life again, however. Thunderwave. I think Starmaster is just trying to have Blissey be extremely high health for when the Metagross inevitably comes back in. Because a high health Blissey with counter is really threatening to a Metagross that more than likely only has agility plus 3 attacks. It's not going to be clicking agility too much into Blissey anyways, because Blissey can click Thunder Wave. But it's tough to be able to click an attack there when you know that a possible counter can happen. So Starmaster is trying very hard to keep as many outs as possible. This agility Metagross is still very threatening. The possibility of crits, especially, is huge. As well as, again, the ability to click Thunder Wave. Yeah, Metagross comes in here, but I actually, especially with how healthy Blissey is, I don't expect the Metagross to stay in. I think that Celebi will come back in to eat the Thunder Wave. Yep. Oh, no, goes back to Jirachi. I think, yeah, so Celebi clicked Hidden Power there. Jirachi missed the Toxic. Obviously, Starmaster, even with the one tick of leftovers, is out of range. But the Celebi is going to try and put the Jirachi low for when the Metagross comes in, because then Empo has a good shot of getting an agility off. Has to dodge the Fire Punch burn, but Arrow is kind of low already, so... and it's going to be even lower after this Leech Seed. Interesting. Starmaster maybe got a little impatient there. Arrow's gone. Probably wasn't going to do too much into Metagross. Unless it somehow didn't get an agility off, which doesn't seem likely. Oh, wow. Okay, there it is. That spike damage put Jirachi exactly in range of a Hidden Power, and it crit the exact time it needed to. Yeah, Blissey would then be... Leech Seeded and then probably just exploded on by Metagross. So yeah, that game was done. Maybe a bit of a tactical error. I'm not sure. Starmaster was saying something about the Toxic misses, but I think it only missed Celebi. Maybe it missed earlier and I did not notice it. But yeah. Exactly right timed. Finally got a crit. I think Empo clicked like, yeah, 6 hidden powers at almost 10 brick breaks on Mence, couple brick breaks on Tyranitar. Yeah, so clicked a lot of attacks into Blissey. It was probably due for a crit, and a lot of attacks into Jirachi as well. I mean, yeah, 3 Meteor Mashes, 4 Earthquakes. Anyways. It's Game 3. Everybody loves a Game 3. Tournament life on the line. Starmaster gets the lead matchup once again with a really nice Suicune that clicks Calm Mind immediately. So that's terrifying. Surf. And a Roar. That makes sense. The cynic in me fully expected a Magneton to get roared in. And that would have been awful. Skarmory is clicking spikes number 2. The Skarmory is almost certainly going to get a 3rd spike. Might get a Toxic off on this Mence, but actually Starmaster might be dissuaded from clicking Toxic, even if it had it, just because of the refresh Mixed Mence from last game. Gets a Dragon Claw on a Rapid Spin. Empo mid-grounding pretty nicely. Wants to, you know, account for Claydol Boom. That Mixments does look very nice with some spikes up. And Claydol's pretty low now, too. I mean, 40% is 48%. As a Sand Immune Mon is definitely not super low, but Starmie's in, probably gets a nice spin off. But Suicune is calm minding. I don't know about this plan from Empo. Yeah, 59% resisted. I don't. Yeah, Starmie goes down. Celebi? Yeah, Celebi. Alright, cool. Ice Beam Suicune still might bring it down. Okay, lives on 10%. But I expect Celebi to go down here. And that... Ooh, bailed by a crit. Very nice. Celebi lives with the Giga Drain crit, taking out Suicune. Gonna go down to Dugtrio. But that gives Skarmory or Salamence, and looks like Empo went with Salamence, a way in. Salamence might be incredibly threatening here. Brick Break? Yeah, wow. Okay, Blissey is now threatened immediately. It also looks like Empo put quite a bit of attack into this Salamence, as we saw from the Brick Break doing 51% to the Blissey, which is huge. That has to be some sort of attack investment to be able to hit that number. So it's going to be a weaker Fire Blast if it connects here. Well, still 80%, maybe not. But yeah, wow. Nothing switches into this Mixments now. Last is maybe Melodic. Maybe Melodic could... Apologies. My dog saw a bug. Alright. Skarmory stalling out the Fire Blasts. Ooh, a misread. Oh, no. Well, it doesn't matter. The Protect failed. Just stalling out. That was definitely a Dragon Claw turn for sure. Yep, another failed Protect and Skarmory will go down. Claydol is healthy enough to not die to anything other than Hydro Pump. Gets a spin off. Oh no. So Blissey came in perfectly on the Skarmory, which means that it's going to be able to heal up here. So it's out of the Mixments range, the Brick Break Mixments range. Wow, Fire Blast really, really nicely timed coming in on Celebi. Ice Beam as well. Alright, just... This is not a good position for Starmaster because... can just fish for freezes. Eventually the Celebi either gets frozen or possibly burned by Fire Blast. So this is not really a long-term position for Starmaster. Although it does not... Okay. Wow. Perfect timing on clicking Fire Blast instead of Ice Beam. Takes down Celebi almost exactly. Tyranitar is going to go down for that, but once again, Mixments or Skarmory just get to punish pretty freely. So Dugtrio is going to have to be sacked. That crit did not matter whatsoever. Here's Blissey again. And this last for Empo is almost certainly a Metagross again, which means that this might be over. Yeah, Empo's willing to just let Salamence go down to Blissey here, because there's the Metagross, and it's probably Agility Gross, so it's going to be faster than Bliss for sure, and possibly even the Claydol. Yeah, Blissey's going to be low after the Brick Break, and that is it. Boom here could seal it. or just going to Skarmory, that's fine, because the Claydol is probably walled. Gets either Drill Pecked or Toxic down. And Starmaster doesn't really want to play out those turns. Just lets it go and says GG's. And GG it was. Really, really nicely played. This is a very typical Starmaster squad. It has definite preference for this kind of team. I think Empo brought the same 6 in game 2 and game 3. Really feeling that squad. Probably the same squad, but with a bit of a slider to change the attack on the Ments to much higher, so that that Brick Break could again threaten that Blissey really well. 51% means that again it comes in and a Brick Break, and it will die to the next Brick Break, regardless of whether there's a Spike down or not. So really well played from Empo. Really well played from Starmaster as well. I mean, really exciting games. Really interesting games. Really unlucky with that Suicune. I think maybe if the Celebi was gone, things might have been different. Especially if you don't have to reveal Dugtrio that early. But Dugtrio into Skarmory and Salamence is a little annoying. Again, especially with that Salamence having the attack it invest. But yeah. Really well played from both. Sad to see Starmaster go out in round 3, but good luck to Empo and the rest of the tournament going forward as he continues into round 4 losers bracket. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for listening to me yap a bit. And yeah, we will see you next time on another Jimvitational commentated set. See ya!